The American Southwest, a land of sun-scorched mesas and deep canyons, home to a mystery that has fascinated explorers for centuries. Scattered across this landscape are the remains of entire cities, built by the ancestral Puebloans, and then, seemingly overnight, abandoned. These aren't just ruins, they're massive, multi-story stone structures aligned with the sun and stars, evidence of a sophisticated culture. For over 1,000 years, the ancestral Puebloans farmed, traded, and built thriving communities here. Standing among these ruins, you can almost hear echoes of the past, the laughter, the rituals, the daily life. Places like Chaco Canyon and Mesa Verde were the cultural and spiritual capitals of their world. Their achievements are staggering, especially considering they had no metal tools, no wheels, and no written language. Today we journey into this enigma, not just to see old stones but to understand the people who shaped them. We'll walk the grand avenues, climb into cliff dwellings, and search for clues left behind. This is a story of ingenuity, cosmic connection, and a disappearance that changed the course of history. Let's begin. Our first stop is Chaco Culture National Historical Park, the heart of the ancestral Puebloan world for over 3 centuries. Chaco isn't a village. It's a sprawling complex of monumental great houses, some 4 stories high with hundreds of rooms. Pueblo Bonito, the largest, was North America's biggest apartment building until the 1800s. Built without wheels, metal, or beasts of burden, these structures required millions of hand-shaped sandstone blocks and beams hauled from distant forests. Chaco was more than architecture. It was the hub of a vast network with engineered roads radiating for hundreds of miles, connecting over 150 communities. Goods from far-off lands, turquoise, seashells, copper, even macaw parrots, flowed through Chaco, making it an ancient crossroads. The people here were master astronomers. Their buildings and kivas align with solar and lunar cycles, and the sun dagger petroglyph marks the solstices. Chaco was a center of ceremony, trade, and power, a place that drew people from across the region. It was the beating heart of a civilization at its peak, but life here was about more than just survival. It was about connection, innovation, and meaning. Life in Chaco's great houses was unlike anywhere else. These weren't just homes, but civic and ceremonial centers. The real heart of the community was the kiva, circular, subterranean chambers where people gathered for rituals, storytelling, and decision-making. Descending into a kiva symbolized entering the underworld, a key part of Puebloan cosmology. Chacoans were master engineers developing unique masonry styles and complex water systems, dams, canals, and reservoirs to farm in the desert. Their stonework was both functional and beautiful, with intricate patterns that still inspire awe. Daily life blended hard work, ceremony, and far-reaching trade. People farmed, crafted jewelry, built new structures, and welcomed traders from distant lands. Their world was governed by the rhythms of the sun, moon, and stars, with grand ceremonies marking the seasons. Chaco was a vibrant, complex society, an oasis of culture in the desert. Next, we travel north to Mesa Verde, where the ancestral Puebloans built spectacular cliff dwellings in the canyon walls. Around 1200 AD, people left their mesa-top villages for these defensible alcoves. Most famously, Cliff Palace, with over 150 rooms and 20 kivas. Building here meant hauling sandstone and timber into sheer cliffs, an incredible feat of engineering. Why the move? Defense is a leading theory. The alcoves were easy to protect during times of conflict and resource scarcity. Climate may have played a role too. The alcoves offered better heating in winter and cooling in summer, crucial during periods of drought. The move also freed up mesa tops for farming. Whatever the reason, these cliff dwellings represent a brilliant adaptation to a changing world. They are a testament to resilience, ingenuity, and the will to survive. Mesa Verde marks the final, dazzling chapter of ancestral Puebloan architecture. By 1300 AD, Chaco, Mesa Verde, and countless other settlements were abandoned. The question, why? The answer is complex. A perfect storm of drought, resource depletion, and social upheaval. The Great Drought devastated crops, while centuries of logging and hunting strained the land. Competition for dwindling resources led to conflict, as seen in the defensive cliff dwellings and archaeological evidence of violence. Spiritual shifts may have played a part. As old systems failed, people sought new answers in new places. The migration wasn't sudden, but a gradual, deliberate move to more reliable water sources like the Rio Grande Valley and Arizona mesas. The ancestral Puebloans didn't vanish. They adapted and moved on. Their story is one of resilience in the face of overwhelming change. The ruins they left behind are not just reminders of loss, but of survival and transformation. Their journey continues in the living cultures of today. The ancestral Puebloans did not disappear. Their descendants are the modern Pueblo nations of New Mexico and Arizona. These communities carry on ancient traditions, stories, and spiritual connections to places like Chaco and Mesa Verde. For them, these sites are sacred homelands, not lost cities. Preservation now involves collaboration with descendant communities, blending archaeology with traditional knowledge. Protecting these fragile sites is urgent. Climate change, erosion, and tourism threaten their survival. New technologies like LiDAR reveal hidden structures, helping us understand these cities without disturbing them. These ancient places remind us of human ingenuity and the delicate balance between civilization and environment. They offer lessons for our own time, about resilience, adaptation, and respect for the land. By honoring and preserving these sites, we connect with a living history that still shapes the present. The story of the ancestral Puebloans is not just about the past. It's about the enduring spirit of a people and the land they call home.